Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are well. I want to chat with you very quickly about social media. Um, One of the things that people get misconstrued is with social media, everything has to be perfect. And they get the uncertainty when it comes to social media. They're so focused and they're focused on the big picture, in which when we start out, we got to start out small and we have to make sure we know which platform that will work best for us. Um, Sometimes we all assume that our connections, our audience, everybody's on Facebook. But honestly, sometimes your people aren't on Facebook. There are a lot of readers that aren't on Facebook. There are a lot of people that love books. They aren't on Facebook. Because people are picky in particular when it comes to Facebook. You will find a lot of authors on Twitter. You will find a lot of authors on Instagram. But for the most part, the place that you'll find them is in your email list. So yes, be on these platforms. Yes, be out there promoting about your book. But one of the better things that you should be doing is getting out and networking. That is the most important thing, because if a person can meet you in person and they can get to know you, get a feel for you, then they feel comfortable with proceeding with whatever it is that you have to offer for them. So if you are an author, get out there and do some vendor events. You can stay local, you can go out of state. I love to go out of state because I know nobody there. And it gives me an opportunity to talk to them about my services, about my book, and you get to know a little bit about the people, because sometimes people will come up to you and talk to you like they're writing a book. How was the process? Can I email you? So sometimes they get on your email list without you even having to ask, because they want to be able to connect with you and talk to you and ask you questions, because it's just something that they're so fascinated by. And then you have the dedicated reader that wants to always make sure that they know what's going on with you and your book. So never be afraid to put yourself out there, whether in person or on social media. It's important because it's part of building and growing. You're not going to build, you're not going to grow anything if you don't put yourself out there. So get uncomfortable being uncomfortable. Social media, with Facebook, you will have a certain comfort level because a lot of the people on your friends list are family and friends. But for those that aren't connected to you on Facebook, that may be connected to you on other platforms, get uncomfortable, or I should say, get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's where you're going to be when it comes to social media. There's not going to always be a easy plot for you when you're rolling on these social media platforms, but just try to make sure that you're doing some things to get yourself out of the norm. Once you get your book going, definitely pay attention. Go on Eventbrite, look at some events, whether it be in our state or any other state, and put yourself out there. And if an event is coming up and they're awful, save that event on Eventbrite, or follow that person that hosted it, because usually they host something every year. I still get emails for events that I ended up, coming in at the tail end. And when it's something that's about to happen for the current year or the next year, like ticket sales, booth sales, table sales, they'll talk about that. So you get a head start. So like, okay, this year I want to do this year I want to do that. For instance, in Charlottesville, they have a book fair, a book event every single year. And the first year that I tried to join, I didn't know if I could join, because at that time I was a co-author in a book. I didn't have my own book by itself. And they had various co-authors that were there. They review your book, so you end up sending your book to them for free. They review your book and let you know if your book is one of the books that they would want to have at their fair. So 2 years in a row, I have not been able to get there. The first year with the co-author books, I said, okay. The second year with my own book, but it wasn't what they wanted. And I don't know if it matters how thick it is or what it's about. I have no idea. Obviously, it's not an erotic novel, but I was not able to get there for 2 years in a row. So this year, when I got the email, it was a thought that came up, but I said, you know what? This year I'm a little bit busy. I really don't want to put myself out there to try to see if I could get into this. So I left it be. But it still comes in my email every single year. Other events that I've seen on Facebook, on Eventbrite, I'm still on the email list, so it pops up. So always try to make sure that you are getting out of state. Like, I love to go out of state. Try to get out of state so that you can get your hands into your books into the hands of people that may not know you in your own state. So I hope this was helpful to you. And I will talk to you guys soon.